Hey, Ann, I have a reading to do, so I'm gonna just do it on here and timestamp it for somebody because she she paid me and I was already live, so I don't want her to not get her reading. So I have an hour before my work starts, so I'm at my work, but we about to do this, and then I'm gonna timestamp it and put it in the comments, and I'll email her and tell her. So let's see. I brought my little cards with me. So I won't feel bad about her paying for her reading. All right, let me grab my drink real fast. Okay, in case I need my pen. Oops. Hey, Matt. All right, we doing Beth. I'm going to write down the timestamp. Yeah, I don't have to be at work until 9, so I have an hour. I have an hour before I'm supposed to be here. But I drop Emily off at school in the morning, and then, like, I have an hour and some minutes before I'm supposed to go to work. So I could do this every day if I had discipline. Oh, probably. They probably would want me to. But I work by myself here, so it's peaceful. But my son is here today, so he's back there. Yeah, it's pretty cool, the door. They had it put in when they got this store. They like built these tables and the sliding door and the cases that they have the phones in. Y'all want me to show y'all the cases? They're pretty cool. Let me see. Here's the phone cases they put in. And then here's like our little counter he built and put in. That's the name, that's the town I live in, so I probably shouldn't be showing that, but whatever. Y'all ain't gonna get me. And this is back here's where my desk is. That's pretty cool. I can't believe I never went live here before with y'all. Matt said he's on the way. You would give me back if you stole me, Matt. If you kidnapped me, I would get on your nerves and you would give me back, I promise. After like 2-3 days, you'd be so ready to give me back. You would just like slow it down to 55 and make me open the door and roll out. You'd be like, I can't take it anymore. Yeah, that's the coolest door ever. It's got the little top part on it. And it's got the lock so you can lock the back office, you know. It's got the little top part up there. It rolls all the way down. Yep. And that way it keeps all the filing cabinets and stuff locked in the back. All right, I'm going to shut up and do Beth's reading. And then if y'all want a free question, I'll do it. So let's see. 5 minutes. Well, let's say 4 minutes and 50 seconds is Beth. All right. She wants to know about the Virgo. You would swap me for the door? That sounds like a pretty fair trade because I'm sure that door was expensive. 5 shuffles for Beth. It is peaceful here. And at our other store, these little doors, they have it on the cabinets. So they're like little bitty like this, but they're on the cabinets under the counter. They look just like that, but they're just miniature. And they slide to open the cabinets with the with the inventory inside. All right, Beth, why is the Virgo acting sideways? Why is the Virgo mad at you? Why is the Virgo mad at Beth? Why is the Virgo mad at Beth? Ding, 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 ding. Why is the Virgo mad at Beth? Probably everybody that comes on here usually is probably asleep, ain't they? Or at work. I just thought about it. Why is the Virgo mad at Beth? 8 of Pentacles reversed. The Fool in the upright. The Chariot in the upright. 4 of Cups reversed. 2 of Swords. 4 of Swords reversed. The Lovers reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. 4 of Wands reversed. Hangman reversed. And then the Knight of Cups is at the bottom. Ultimately, I feel like you and this person will work it out to a point. But every time you get into it with this person, it puts another brick in the wall between the two of you. And they don't see themselves as being in the wrong here. They can see everything you're doing wrong, but they don't see where they need to work on themselves. 8 of Pentacles reversed. They see what you need to work on, but they're not looking at what they need to work on. 4 of Swords reversed. And every time you and them get into it, I'm not trying to put fear into you, but every time you and them get into it, it's like it puts a permanent dent in the connection that wasn't there before. So if it stays on this path, ultimately you and this person will move on from each other. And this will be a potential that was a missed opportunity after you look back on it a year from now, 2 years from now. They're very narrow-minded about what they need to work on. And that could end up making this a missed or failed opportunity. So even if you're actively with this person, if you and this person stay on the current timeline, I feel like you and them will short-term figure it out or fix it short-term with the Knight of Cups. But long-term, it's not going to stick unless they start to recognize what they need to work on. Long-term, it's going to ultimately be sabotaged. They're being very narrow-minded about it. They don't want to put work in on where they need to fix the thing, and they're not willing to look at it. They avoid it, even if it starts to come up in their mind, 4 of Swords reversed, about what they could do differently. They try to look at it like, I don't have any baggage, Fool card. I'm good to go. So that's not a healthy place to be. So one thing about it is projection. I'm definitely not a doctor, but in my opinion, projection would be them seeing all your faults, but not seeing anything they need to do. I'm not saying everything is their fault. It's probably both people, but they're only seeing where you need to work on things, not where they do. And the more they do that, or the longer they stay in that energy, then it's just going to slowly but surely chip away at the foundation of anything you and them have built. So short term, I feel like y'all may work something out, but it's just going to be an off and on workout. It's not a long-term fix until they change their mindset about how they need to contribute. And if they refuse to do so, you can't control that. You just have to take a step back from them. Because they don't want to tote any of the blame. That's the problem. When both people are willing to admit they're not perfect and they both tote the blame when something goes down and they both take accountability, then you can work on it and you can become a team together. But when one person is not willing to bring any of the weight with them, eventually you have no choice but to move forward. Right now you're in the 2 of Swords, so you're not quite ready yet. But I'm just telling you that if it doesn't change, within the next 1 to 2 years, at the most, you're going to say, you know what? This is a missed opportunity. There's more damage here than I can fix by myself. So, Beth, that's what I have for you, and I hope it makes sense. And I'm going to email you and let you know your timestamp. So, all right. So, Ann and Matt, if y'all are still in here, if you want a free question before I go to work, y'all can have a free one. Marky probably still asleep. I don't know. He gets up around 8 o'clock, y'all think? It's 9 o'clock where he is, right? Because it's 8:09 here. And you be up early and late. All right, let's see. Is someone you know taking your energy? What time you be going to bed, Ann? I done got to where I go to bed at 9 o'clock. I used to stay up late. Not anymore. Hey, Timothy O'Brien. You haven't slept yet. I would not even be able to breathe. You stay up all night. Naturally. The heck? Okay, 2 cards flipped. 6 of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed. I feel like, yes. It's only because you are putting your energy on this person or thing. Something's taking your energy, yes. See, 6 of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed. It depletes your energy. So it could even be something as simple, because tarot likes to be dramatic, remember? But it could be something as simple as you thinking about a certain thing that's not a good thing to be devoting your energy to. Queen of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Pentacles reversed. And it's something that is creating an imbalance in your energy. It could be a person, though, since it came out. Hey, you're a mirror. And then the Ace of Cups is at the bottom with the 10 of Swords. I do this. This can even be overthinking. So then it kind of like imbalances you. It is a person, you said. And when you're in the Queen of Pentacles reversed, you feel depleted. You feel drained. Hey, Black Lilith. He's way younger than you. So you like feel him thinking about you. That's weird how you think, how you can feel that, and then you got both of these showing up. Like you can literally feel it. Exactly. You can't do that because then it takes away your energy. All right, Sav says, does my SP miss me? Miss me, miss me. You gotta kiss me. Does my SP miss me? That's funny, Ann. All right, does Sav's SP miss her? Magician. Tower. My God, what is this? 4 of Wands reversed. I don't feel like they're going to break no contact, but they do think of you. Like, internally, you're on their mind. But Look at it. This is probably a very near and dear soulmate to you. This is probably someone who gets on your nerves in the human world, but you're probably very close on the other side if you believe in that staff. Thank you, Christy. Good morning to you, baby. But Tower card, a walking disaster, gas and fire, love each other, hate each other at the same time. You're welcome, baby. All right, Black Lilith, does he want to pursue me? The best way to deal with them is like, what is this damn shit show teaching me about myself? What is this crazy ass person coming into my world teaching me about myself? All right, Black Lilith. What the heck was your question? I forgot it. Does he want to pursue Black Lilith? And be knowing. Nine of Cups reversed. Page of Wands reversed. Four of Cups reversed. I feel like if you're dependent on him to do the pursuing, he's going to let the opportunity pass him by. But the honest thing is, you should be kind of glad if that happens, because he's emotionally codependent or very emotionally empty. And by default, when people are emotionally empty, if they do try to pursue you, they become very needy and clingy, and then it becomes a failed connection, unless he fixes that problem. But yeah, he's both in the reverse. So I don't feel like he's going to do pursuing, and I feel like it's going to end in a missed opportunity unless you try to change that on your end. But if he's emotionally codependent, you don't want to change it on your end. All right, Christy, thank you, Anne. Christy says, does Alfred have feelings for Christy? All right, does Alfred have feelings for Christy? Thank you, Nisi. You'll be next, baby. And y'all have to let me know, because I turn my phone on Do Not Disturb when I go live, which is probably not a good idea, but that's the only way I know how to keep it from messing up the live, and then I won't know whenever you donate. So that's what happened with Beth. That's why I had to come on here and do hers, because she had paid while I was live and I didn't know it. All right. Does Alfred have feelings for Christy? Four of Pentacles. Seven of Cups reversed. Eight of Cups reversed. This is a limbo type of person. I don't feel like they're opened up enough to have true emotional connections with you or anybody else, because they're very guarded when it comes to emotions. Four of Pentacles. They do have their eye on you. Seven of Cups reversed. But the Eight of Cups reversed, they're not going to walk away. But they're not going to open up anytime soon. So what do you do? All right. Hey, MBB. So Nisi says, my question is about my son. What is going on with Michael? Okay. What is going on with Michael or Nisi? Do you mean like, just in general, like a general energy? I know that he's interested in you. I don't know if he's physically watching you, but Seven of Cups reversed says he is interested in you, but he's not interested in opening up because he's Four of Pentacles. All right, Nisi, I got you. Hey, Mark. Good morning. All right. What is going on with Nisi's son, Michael? What does she need to know about her son, Michael? What What does Niecy need to know about her son, Michael? One more. What does Niecy need to know about her son, Michael? What does Niecy need to know about her son, Michael? Four of Cups reversed. Hierophant. So this is that thing that's so much easier said than done. I have a son that's grown pretty much. He's 18, right? And I don't know how old your son is, but with the Four of Cups reversed, this is about letting your son learn the natural lessons of life, Hierophant. So there's some things that you may not be able to just tell your son with words and get them to take a different path. 16. So even though he's not completely grown, he's still like at that age where he may have to have some hard bumps in the road. Not terrible, don't like let him just totally self-destruct. But Four of Cups reversed, he has to actually see the result of his actions. You know what I'm saying? Like miss out on some things. He's still young. There's time to miss out. You know what I mean? There's time to mess up and fix it. Because if you just try to tell him the right way to go and he don't listen, he has to see in his actual reality the reason why he shouldn't have done that. So he'll learn with you like lifting the reins in a healthy way enough to let him screw up a little bit. If that makes sense. Enough to let him miss out a little bit. Even though the more grounded, wisdom-filled approach to take in this certain thing, sometimes you have to let him make the 16-year-old mistake so that he will always know not to do that thing again. Nothing that's permanently damaging to his life, but things that might get him off track a little bit so he can see the result of his decisions. That's one thing. That's a lot easier said than done when you're a mama, but... All right, what else does she need to know about Michael? What else? Three of Wands reversed. Again, letting him, screw up a little bit. Letting him not get his best results out of whatever it is. If he has to fail that class and take it again, no, that's not the best approach, but hey, he learned that he's going to have to redo the whole thing again. That's just an example. He learned that spiritual lesson. He learned that lesson on his own. It's a lesson that he will never forget because he learned the hard way. Letting him learn the hard way without letting him completely self-destruct. That's what your role is at the age he's at. What else? Six of Cups. And if you do that, it may not feel this way right now, but as time goes on, he's going to look back and be very grateful for your guidance. Okay, Six of Cups. And whenever you teach a child in the way they should go, they're going to, squiggly get off track sometimes, but they will always go back to their core values and what you've taught them over the years. Most of the time. I'm not saying every situation is the same, but you know what I mean. Lead and guide the best you can without smothering him so he can be allowed to make his mistakes, to make his, I feel like any wrong turn he makes will be destructive. Oh, Lord. Well, I would say put your foot down whenever it's permanent damage, you know what I mean, Niecy? But if there's anything you can allow him to do that just hurts your mama heart, you don't like to see it happen to him, but you want him to be able to learn the hard way. Because when you think about when you were 16, I know when I was 16, I learned stuff the hard way. That's the only way it would stick for me. Still, sometimes to this day, I'm like that. But the more you allow him to learn the hard way, the more the wisdom will stick. You know what I mean? But you don't want them to do anything that'll permanently ruin their life. So I do get it. I just feel like he has to miss out on a couple things, because this is kind of like missed opportunities, and he has to learn that lesson behind it for it to stick. I don't feel like there's anything you can say or do that's going to stick the way a missed opportunity will. The sting of that is going to help him more than anything you can actively do. Wheel of Fortune reversed. See, he has to make some, uh-ohs. He has to get stuck in a pattern to see the result of it in his world so that he can turn that around. The Moon card. Because if you just try and give him the advice, it might stick, it might not. But with the Moon, it's not going to be something that is going to be like ingrained in him, that he learned his lesson. Because he really didn't learn his lesson. Usually a learned lesson is from something you screw up a little bit. So if you can do it without letting him, ruin his life, you understand what I'm saying. Don't sit there and let him destruct his whole self, but you're going to, of course, speak up as any mama would. But once you speak up, then you kind of got to let go and let God and let him do what he's going to do. And then when he comes to you or he has any bad result here, he's going to remember that more than anything you say to him. Now, after he sees the results of his bad decisions, he's going to look back and be grateful for your wisdom and advice. He's going to appreciate you more then. Ten of Swords reversed. He will make it through it. It may be rough, but he'll be okay. Ten of Swords reversed. It'll be a painful learned lesson, but he'll make it through it. Hermit reversed. You got to kind of let him just do it. You got to kind of give him a little bit of space to mess up a little bit, if possible. Five of Pentacles. Let him have a hard learned lesson or two. I'm telling you, that's what's repeating itself here. That's your advice as a mother. Let him learn a little bit. If he's got to go broke, or I know he's only 16 right now, but as in the next 5 years, if he's got to learn the hard way about money, or fail a couple classes in college, or start his degree over 3 times, you kind of got to let him learn. Knight of Cups, that's the thing you got to do. He'll appreciate it in the end, but this is where the strong mama is required. The strength of a mama is required. You got to just kind of say what is the best advice for your child and then let them learn on their own. That's a lot easier said than done. 4 of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Swords reversed. He'll be fine. It's just that he's got to learn his own stuff. Think back till we were 16, the stuff we had to learn the hard way. It's probably going to hurt your feelings more to let him learn the hard way than to, that's what I would think as a mama. It hurts our feelings to let them learn the hard way. But those are the lessons that stick. If you want the lessons to stick, gotta let him learn the hard way. So I hope that made sense, Nisi. Thank you. Good morning, Margaret. Timothy, what the hell you talking about in here? You got all kind of words that don't make no sense. You very welcome, baby. Good luck. I have an 18-year-old and a 14-year-old, and I be needing advice too. Anybody got some good advice, let me know. I feel like I grow up with my kids. Will I be a lot more happier when I move back to Maryland? All right, Margaret, let's see, girl. Are you from Maryland? We just be learning with them, Niecy. I'm 39, so we millennials. We just be like learning. We tired and we just trying to learn with them. If you around the same age as me, us millennials we just trying to make it. Wheel of Fortune, Margaret. You saw it flip out. 7 of Cups. I feel like you're going to feel as if you have more options in Maryland. You're going to feel as if there's like momentum moving forward when you go to Maryland. It's going to feel like a breath of fresh air in some way. See, you're 35. I get it. Struggle is real. And us millennials do not have the same support system that the generation above us had when we were kids. Think about that. That blew my mind when I thought of it. I'm like, no wonder I'm tired. It's going to be a new look on your whole life if you're in New York. I can go ahead and tell you. If you're in New York, yes. Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Cups. There's Marky Mark. I'm here for the Marky Coffee Hour. I came on here because I had a girl, her name is Beth, and she freaking paid for her reading when I was live the other day, and I didn't know it until after I left. So she emailed me last night, so I told her I would come on live before I started my work day. So I'm at my work, but we don't start till 9, so I hadn't actually started work yet, but I did her reading and time-stamped it. New York feels like I've never been there, Margaret, but just in my mind, New York would seem like it'd be stressful compared to Maryland. It's probably 2 different worlds, but you'll have more options and it fits your energy more if you could get back to wherever you're more comfortable at. New York feels like it would be too stressful, too expensive, too fast for my blood. All right, pleasant vibe. Will you live in another state in the future? Well, first thing, do you want to live in another state? That's the key. Because if you want to, I know you can make it happen. It might take some saving and some patience, but since I fall asleep every night, Mark, maybe I need to go live before I start work every day. Because I have to get up early as crap. And by the time it gets 9 o'clock, I got one eye open. You know? All right, pleasant vibe. Page of Wands reversed. 8 of Pentacles reversed, Emperor reversed. So the answer is still the same before I pulled the cards in now. If you're willing to put the work into it, yes. But it's going to take some patience and some work for it to happen. And the Emperor card, you're going to have to like take control of your timeline, so to speak. Save your money up. Put work into a plan. Get yourself like a plan of how you're going to do it. Break it down in steps. Get you some ideas going. Then yes, you could do it. You'll just have to put some work into it. It won't be like an easy 1 week thing. You're going to have to put some work into it and have patience. You was live at midnight last night. You welcome, pleasant vibe. That means 1 o'clock in the morning for me. I was snoring my ass off. I guess if I didn't have to get up so early and take Emily to school, I probably would stay up later, but we get up at like 5:45. This summer I might sleep in more because I don't have to be at work till 9. So I can literally get up at 8 and get to work at 9. But I have to get up at 5:45. If she gets 16 and gets a car, then I can sleep in for the rest of my days. 2 more years. Sleeping in is the best. You don't sleep that much. You get up at 7:30 and you go to bed at like 1. I think I need too much sleep. What the heck? Maybe the more sleep you get, the more you want. Christy, you can have 1 per live, because if I give you more than 1 per live, then I have to give everybody more than 1. I still love you, but... And it's like being a human sucks. You wish you could sleep longer. I wish I could go with less sleep. I'm too tired to go without sleep. But I love you though. Maybe I'll go live today. I'm not going to promise it, because I usually end up being tired and then not coming on here. I'm going to go, y'all, because it's 8:35 and I got to get mentally prepared for my day at work. But I hope y'all have a good day. And I don't know. My brain's still waking up. That one person must have left. You too, Mark. All right. I love y'all. I see y'all either later today or I don't know when, but I'll see you eventually. Okay, bye.